about then, like you actually casted them last time here in Dubai. They did pretty good, right?
Yeah, so that's something that I was talking to players, and with RQ Athena, obviously it's a completely different spectrum now in regards to what it was back in 20. Are the defending champions of the last major event that happened here in Dubai, and a lot of the other players, what they were telling me is that might give RQ, hey, if you can start hot, that's exactly where you want to be.
And the thing is for RQ Athena, if we were to talk about them really quickly, is that they're always seeming to be third place. Minus Dubai, like they were third place in World League, they were third place in PMGC. They just can't seem to really get much of a break here when it comes to playing in these events. And you can see the schedule here, as we said before, 4 days of action, 6 matches a day, no room for error, and of course we'll be starting off at the same 4 a.m. You have that experience of playing at events like this. You have that experience of going into a match in such a high pressure situation and coming out on top. It's the newer teams that I'm really eyeing on to see if they can really have that strong start and maintain that progress and momentum throughout the rest of the days.
Yeah, the thing is with these kind of like big events, which you're like, you know, present physically, or even if you're just online, like it can have like two effects on you. Or it pushes you forward, you're like, okay, this is a big event, we've got to put our best game forward going into this, and you know, perform really good. Or otherwise got teams that like, they just crumble under the pressure. So I think that this is going to be like a good treatment for the teams by fire, see how good they can perform in these big global events. As of course we have the point system coming up. It hasn't changed, you know what, 15 points for chicken dinner, and of course that 1 point per kill, which is once again going to be detrimental to this event.
And 7, looking back at just what we had in PMPL Americas, I'm thinking particularly like how close every event has been on this new point system.
Yeah, and it comes down to just that. We have seen the prize pool, and I think the one that we're all going to be looking at right there, Max, is the first place, 700,000.
I mean, when you look at there's insane, not many tournaments allow that to happen in the mobile esports ecosystem. So 700,000, you know, if I could participate, I definitely would.
To what I was saying in regards to just give it your all. This is your, in a way, your main first stage, your main first championship that you get a chance to fight for in regards to a LAN event. I would like to see how they're going to come out. I would like to see if they're going to be willing to take on the fights. If maybe some of the other teams like Nova Esports starts to push them, and another team, Nova Esports, I want to see what they're going to be able to do right off the bat. We have seen them go towards the middle of the circles all the time, but the thing is that we tend to get a lot of hardships. I want to see how are they going to be able to react to that, Max.
Yeah, I mean, after taking like, you know, the PC, a 2-day event, and then going to the league stage of PMGC, like, you know, really crumbling to pieces, not being the Nova that we were expecting to see, I think this is going to be a big trial by fire for them, and I want to see, like, if they do perform good in like the first 1, 2, 3 games, that's what I'm going to be looking out for this team. I'm going to be expecting really big things of them, because like you got such a godly lineup of absolute like top tier players into this event. Is 4 days, like they can put the effort, and I'm sure we could see them contesting with the likes of 4 Angry Men, the likes of Bigatron, because they were just not there in the league stage really.
I mean, you have to keep in mind, for Nova, they didn't qualify in the very last, or in the third super weekend, right? So we were really confused about like what happened, but we know the potential, just like you said. There's a couple of teams I want to bring up here, Max. Class Digital Athletics. This team, coming in from Turkey, have performed so well in PMGC.
I mean, throughout the entirety of the league stage, in the Super Weekend points, of course I'm talking, like they were around like 3rd position, like so much, and at the end they did get contested by RQ, by Kanina Power, Secret Jin. They were getting pretty close also. So I think that overall, like when you're looking at Class, they're one of the best teams in EU, which I think that people were expecting that to be Na'Vi actually. really fall off and they didn't make it for like 2 super weekends, able to just close off games. A lot of kills. They could.
Hello guys, thank you very much for our champions here in Dubai. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited for the games to come. We've got our
So we've got some of the best players in the world. I say some, but we've got all of them here right now in the PMGCF. It's going to be a cracker of a tournament. I think the guys on the desk have already done it some good justice so far. Talking about these teams, what kind of things we're going to see here going forward. I enjoyed that Max said it was a treatment by fire. So they're actually helping them with the fire. It wasn't trial at all, but there will be trials ahead. That's for certain, John.
Definitely. We'll see if they can last it out in the ringer with some of the best players in the world, as you said, coming forwards. I'm going to be pretty excited to see how a lot of these teams are going to stack up. Let's take a look at the maps they're going to be playing today. Of course, we are going to be kicking things off on Erangel, Miramar, Kendi, Erangel, Sandrock, Erangel. So 3 Erangels today, and the rest of them will be played once as well. They talked a lot about class digital athletics over there on the desk just now. I'm also looking at football, not footballers, sorry, Kanina Power, who of course had that amazing run at the end of league play to push themselves way up those tables.
I think that if we're talking about any teams, we've got to talk about these teams that did have those massive runs towards the end. I think 4AM were just basically consistent throughout of it, so they're a bit of an outlier there. I think a lot of the teams we saw in the league stage, at least, they had their pop-off weeks and then they slipped down the tables. For Bigatron, it's actually a lot more scary, particularly because they fell off in that final week. You're not bringing a lot of momentum, the wheels aren't screeching coming into the finals here, so I'm a bit concerned on their side, but I'm sure that they'll bring out something absolutely fantastic here, John.
Super hot fire, they spit that.
Oh, they did.
That's all they got, and that's what they're going to be bringing today. Hopefully, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, all of the points wiped clean, so everybody's starting from that level footing. It is a chance to make a new story, to forge a new future for yourselves as well. So it's not a case of we're only going to be looking at those top teams. We're probably paying quite a bit of attention, but it is the other teams who maybe didn't shine so bright during those league stages who have the opportunity to reset and come in strong.
Well, John, you got to ask the question, does the Walker choose the path or does the path choose the Walker? And here we are on the path to victory at the end of the day. And I think that, like you said, these clean slates are really important for all these teams, particularly these teams that we saw massive improvement from. I'm looking at teams like Zeus, Secret Gym. God, some of these players on these teams have just drastically changed throughout the entirety of the tournament. Specifically, one dude in particular, Kenzo. That guy feels like he's put Secret Gym on his back a fair few times. And now, some of the other players on Secret Gym, they're starting to step up in a big way for the team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They've managed to pull it together, as you say. They've got a lot of strength moving forward, so we wanted to see if they are able to bring that to bear. A team that we've been following for quite a while now, Na'Vi. I want to take a minute for these guys because they had a fantastic time in EMEA. They were ups and downs, they were pop-off, they were a little bit lower into those global championship stages. They just managed to make through into this final stage. And so now, are they going to be able to prove themselves here where it matters? Will they be able to have that flip, that switch flip on? There you go. Will they be able to flip that switch, bring it in today, and start off strong?
So John's trying to say here, will they swip the whip? So we'll see if that does happen in the end. But honestly, look at Na'Vi. We'll take a quick delve into their roster a little bit, because you've got Tixi, Oldboy, Matic, Meku. A huge team. A lot of the players and teams and viewers at home were taking a look at Oldboy and Tixi as the big duo on that squad. But to be quite honest with you, I think it's Matic and Meku who have stepped up the most for that team and kind of clawed their way into this PMGC finals. They had some fantastic games towards the end of the tournament. I think they can continue that going, but I think that what I would like to see is that star power of Oldboy and Tixi. There have been glimmers of it during the entirety of the league stage. Has been Matic and Meku a lot of times towards the end of matches. A lot of times towards the end of matches, just scraping by or having some absolute pop-off moments. I remember of a Kendi where we were seeing Meku just making some absolutely crazy